So everyone knows that in the war between Hypixel and Mineplex, Hypixel, well, destroyed Mineplex in player count. Altogether, I think it has beaten Mineplex at today. They are ahead of Mineplex in players by about 78,000. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure Mineplex lost, and the server's kinda dead now. Some people still play on it. And today, I'm gonna see what minigames are better on each server. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna just be doing normal mode on each, because I'm not sure if Mineplex has insane mode or not. But just for the rating, we're going to do normal. First, we're gonna grab some blocks. I'm not very good at Skywars, so keep that in mind. I don't know if that will affect my rating, but I thought I'd let you know. So, what I'm trying to look out for is if there's any hackers in a game on my first game. So, this may be dependent on chance, but some people say that Mineplex has way more hackers. So, we're gonna see that today. Do they have more hackers, or is it pretty equal? Well, that was my first game, and I'd say the overall gameplay was a 7 out of 10. It was kind of fast-paced. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Next game on Mineplex.
Why the fuck you lying?
Alright, so as you can see, we are in the Skywars lobby for Mineplex. I like to say that they have a good little lobby set up, and it looks pretty nice when you're like waiting for the Skywars game to start. So that will give them an extra like 2 points when I'm rating, because instead of just going straight into a game, you get to pick kits and stuff in the lobby. I like this map here, it's pretty nice. You start off with a sword and a pickaxe. I don't know if there's more kits, because I usually don't play on Mineplex, so if I'm a little bit biased, I wouldn't even really know, because I don't play Mineplex very often. Who can say that Mineplex is their main server in 2020, of course? So, haven't seen a hacker yet. Don't want to bet my money on not seeing one yet, though, because who knows? Anything could happen. Got a helmet. I'd like to say that this is a little more easy. That won't come up with the rating because it's not really Mineplex's fault that people are easier to kill. But I feel like Mineplex is mostly people returning to Mineplex to see, like, their old... Okay, then. Okay. Well then, I just got killed by a ranked, so I'm gonna guess that that was not a hacker. But still, I was basing this off of one game, so we don't know 100% which has more hackers or not. But from all the reviews and stuff on their server, I'm guessing Mineplex would have more hackers. So I'm gonna rate them, since they had a nice lobby and stuff, I'm gonna rate them. They didn't have many kits. That's one thing that didn't really come into play. I remember seeing in the lobby it was only like 2 kits. So I'm gonna have to go with a 6 out of 10 for Mineplex. So everyone knows that survival games was a big part of Hypixel and Mineplex from 2012, around 2012 to 2014, and it still gets players. Surprisingly, because it's been around for so long, you would assume that people would get tired of it. But no, there's still people playing it. So we're gonna check that out next. Let's go to that.
He needs some milk.
I'd like to point out that they have a nice lobby going on here, as well as the nice Skywars lobby that was on Mineplex. So I'm gonna give them credit for that. That will add some points in the final rating for this one. And I would like to say they have a good variety of kits. They have a random kit that, on Blitz Hour, as they like to call it, they call this Blitz Survival Games. So on Blitz Hour, the random kit will become maxed, and every time you press random kit, the kit you get that is random will be maxed out. So I think for this, I'm just gonna run backwards because there's no grace period in between when people can hit you and when they cannot. So I'd say that's a little bit of a downside because people can just immediately go and hit you in the middle. That's why many people don't go to the middle, because they know they can just be instantly killed. I always, whenever I play Blitz, I always charge the opposite way pretty much, every single time. I'd like to point out, they made it like a little bit harder to kill people in Blitz, I'm pretty sure. That's what it feels like, at least. They make it harder for you to do damage. I'm gonna run from this, because this doesn't seem like a good fight to be in. Oh no. And I'm dead. Well, one thing I'd like to note, this is a very fast-paced game, and I think that's inevitable for most servers, because everyone will charge at one person, or there will be just a giant conga line of people following each other. So I'd like to rate this game 7 out of 10.
Why the fuck you lying?
I'd like to point out that Mineplex didn't really change up the lobby for each game. I just found this out. I totally forgot. They don't even change the lobby for each game. They just add a different name. And all the kits are exactly in the same place. So I decided to pick Brawler Kit. And yeah, we're gonna see if it's better than Hypixel. It's pretty nostalgic because I remember used to playing Mineplex survival games. That was like one of the first servers I really played. And that was always fun to do. So, yeah. I don't know who that is. So this is hopefully going to be very nostalgic. One thing I noticed about Hypixel and Mineplex is it doesn't actually show their hearts above their name in Mineplex survival games. So, yeah, that's something. I'm gonna rate this game 8 out of 10. I'd say it beats Hypixel because it's more close to home with the survival games aspect. Next game.
Got him!
So while you're waiting for the game to start, you are up in this little thing that you can just stand in and look down at the map you are about to play. Now, as you can see, this game was easily populated. And yeah, it was pretty easily populated. That's all I have to say about it. Now, I would like to say that Cake Wars and Bed Wars are two different things. So, the gameplay might be different. Because Cake Wars and Bed Wars are played differently. And you will see when I play Cake Wars how different it is. Now, I'm not exactly the greatest at bridging, so don't bully me if I fall. I'm like a 4-star. What do you expect? This is pretty good for a 4-star, I'd say. Oh no. Look at that guy. That's not good. He knows how to speed bridge. That's not fun. It's never fun. So, when Cake Wars and Bed Wars were being made, I don't know who copied off each other, but there had to be some kind of copying, because there's no way they both thought of this. There's no way, not possible, that two different servers could think of the same idea this close. I can't believe I just died. I just lost my chance there. But, can always go back. Oh no, I need blocks. This is not good. As you can see, this guy is a little bit tryhardish, but I'm doing the exact same thing. I just butterfly clicked him. I like to find that Bed Wars is way more tryhardish than Cake Wars, because I feel like Mineplex is more casual players than serious players who are going to annihilate you in one hit. They're going to knock you completely off the map in one hit. And I think that comes into a big aspect of playing when a casual player goes on to Hypixel to play a nice game of Bed Wars, and they get completely obliterated by some guy who is a 200-star just knocking them off left and right. I remember playing my first game of Bed Wars and just being destroyed. I had no chance against anyone at all. And I kind of hated it at first. I'm not even gonna lie and say that I liked it, because I absolutely hated it. It was horrible. But now that I've become a little bit better at the game, I can understand how to not be that bad. After I've learned most mechanics of the game, I kind of like the game more now. So, wow, you didn't even die. So, it's become easier for me to not rage whenever I'm playing against some guy like that, because I'm doing the exact same thing and I can understand where he is coming from. And I can't just tell everyone not to rage, because no one will listen, because they can play the game however they want. That's not their fault for playing the game. It's not a rule to not be good at the game. No one ever said it was. Exactly right there. That guy's probably mad because he just got outplayed. But you can't just be like, no, you can't be better than me. That's not how it works. So that is probably one of the reasons why people get so mad at Bed Wars. Because they know that certain people are better than them, and it's hard to learn a game like Bed Wars, because you have to memorize so many things. Well, I guess not really, but you have to memorize certain things, and you have to be good at certain mechanics, like PvP. And PvP is a very hard thing in Minecraft Java, because there's strafing, there's W tapping, there's bridging. There's bridging mechanics in Bed Wars are a very hard thing. And I'd say I rate the Bed Wars on Hypixel as an okay player, I'd rate it a 7 out of 10. Next game, final game on Mineplex, Cake Wars. So it turns out that Cake Wars does not have a solo mode. As I played solo in Bed Wars, I will be doing the standard mode in Cake Wars, which is 4v4v4v4. Since solo is the pretty much standard of Bed Wars, I will be doing the standard of Cake Wars, 4v4v4v4. I think it's very stupid that Cake Wars does not have a solo mode. I feel like they would gain more traction if they did. So, I will be playing Cake Wars 4v4v4v4. Once again, Cake Wars has the same lobby that all the other games had, but instead, using cake! And I have 4 teammates, so that's cool. Their generators and shops are very different. I would think that brick is like iron, because it's the thing I'm getting. So, yeah. In the store, I believe that the armor is not permanent, and that may come up to a factor that is very annoying, because every time you die, if there is someone at your cake about to destroy it, you have to go out with leather armor and a wood sword compared to whatever armor they are wearing. So that would be very, very, very annoying. I think my teammates are currently bridging to the middle right now. So I will follow in a minute. After I get this sword. Alright, I got a sword. So now I'm going to follow or just go to mid. I can see that yellow is over at green's bed, or cake. I'm sorry, I'm so used to Bed Wars. If I go over to yellow's cake, I don't think they even know I'm here, so I'm just gonna take that. Thank you. Unlike beds, you actually have to eat their cake instead of just, breaking it very quickly. You have to actually eat it. So, it may be very annoying because it's going to take like 5 years to do. So, yeah. I'm going to get protection because that's the only thing I can afford right now. I have knitted platforms, which are pretty OP in my eyes because you can just press them. Instead of having to bridge in Hypixel Bed Wars, you can just go ba 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 and your bridge is done. Very, 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 like, OP mechanic. But you do whatever you do to be different, I guess. There's my teammate. He seems... Oh no. Our cake. That's not good. Bro, teammate, what have you been doing? Just gonna do double because... Oh, this is an easy kill, I'm pretty sure. All he has is a diamond sword. I mean, that's not that bad. It could be worse. And he's on half health, so... Come on, win. Yes! I'm so good! Alright, I like the end animation because it shows whoever got the last kill, I believe. So, I would rate Cake Wars a 7 out of 10. The mechanics are different. But it feels like they're trying to copy Bed Wars way too much with this. I mean, sure, they changed some stuff. The game is mostly different, but come on, Cake Wars, Bed Wars, there's obviously a resemblance. So that's why I'm rating it what I rated. So, yeah, that should wrap up this video. Go to outro!